Hey everyone, how goes it? Why? There's too many things that have access to the account. I'm not gonna get into that right now. So, I had an interesting. We have no one. Christopher, Levi. Well, I'm doing better now that things are taken care of. Fun fact. Went to record, and I recorded, but then it didn't record my sound. So that was all kinds of fun. We're just gonna don't replace them. I've got all this to upload. Well, we're waiting on that to upload. So like 6 minutes of footage. 6 fucking minutes of footage. I'm leaving this up here because some of my footage, the audio quality is like just shit because I had the mic too close to me. And so I gotta show you guys one of the things I did. Yes, power is back. It is working, and we are trying to do things yet again. But one of the things I did, let's move you guys over here, and then share the screen with audio. So yesterday, we lost power, and I went back. When power turned back on, I fixed the stuff I needed to fix. I didn't go live because I was tired. Fixed stuff I needed to fix, and then figured out, test something out, and then I called it a night. And one of the things I tested out was audio dubbing. Getting kind of empty. So we have a much clearer audio now.
Please just listen, okay? Stitches in the Stargate universe.
And I probably still have some audio dubbing to do. However, from this scene onward, we're actually using different footage. We've got other footage here that I can utilize.
You're one of only 3 people who have this.
And honestly, the audio quality on this
is emergencies.
Relatively okay, but it cuts out, peaks out quite a bit.
People who have this number, gravest of emergencies.
But there's still a part at the end here.
John, is the office imploding? Fuck.
Not getting rid of these because there's a bunch of bloopers and a bunch of these. Are we going to take forever to upload? Am I not? This has been a problem for a while where it's not wanting to upload. Now I can upload all of this to CapCut and kind of go from there, but for whatever reason, we are taking a while today. One, two, three, four. There's 4 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more files to upload. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. So it's taken a while. While we're waiting, we can play a little bit of game because I've got nothing else to do. I got to wait for this to upload, and then we kind of go from there. So you're having Domino's Philly cheesesteak. Oh, and what's for lunch for me today? I had cereal. Kids are eating their own thing. I didn't feel like cooking right this second. What I'm going to do is for the 4th of July, we usually do a bunch of snacks for like specific holidays. 4th of July, I will usually grill. I have a grill right now. I've got to wait a few more days before it shows up. We were able to go out and grab some fireworks. I didn't tell you guys this, but yesterday, or I was trying to, and I kind of got distracted. I'm gonna probably not like my current bill situation. I took money in order from a different area in order to pay for fireworks, and we got to wait until Wednesday, possibly, to see how the bill situation is. Because losing like it was 185 plus extra, was like turned out to be like 195, almost $200 that came out. That I double checked. Like if I was prepared for it, I would have been like, okay, I'm not going to schedule a couple of these bills to come out. Fuck. So that's not great. So I might wind up doing a donation stream to like make up the money. Not to the channel, but to me directly, which is why I would have that set up. So we got more of the ones that like fizzle and make light than the ones that make sound. We did get some aerials, but it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, I should have put the corn in the freezer. That would have kept it good for a while. Oh my god, this thing's taking so long to upload. Well, while we're waiting on that, almost done with putting. Yeah, I have power. Alt, how you doing? I had it inside because my town likes loud ones. Yeah, thankfully I'm far enough out that I'm not too concerned with that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. No, it's getting there. Once it's uploaded, I can then download it and then move from there. And then I will take the clips individually and we'll do that kind of stuff. But I'm glad I was able to at least do some type of lunch stream, check on you guys, make sure you guys are eating, drinking, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the cats are not too enthusiastic. That sounds good. We're not having pizza. So what we're having is I'm gonna take that pasta dish I shared with you the other day. I'm gonna cook that up. So I'm gonna cook par cook the pasta. I'm gonna drain it real good. Put it on parchment paper, and then I'm going to put some cheese and probably a little bit of breadcrumbs if I feel like a little bit of breadcrumbs. I might layer the breadcrumbs on the bottom and then put the pasta on and then do cheese, but that might be a little bit too much work. But yeah, that'd be too much work. I'll just layer the pasta and then cheese, and then I'll throw it in the oven for a little while. And no, I'm not going to rinse it off because it should still cook a little bit more. And then I'm going to dry it essentially back out, and then I'll have softer. It'll be crunchy, but it won't be like uncooked pasta crunchy. You know, have some good protein snacks, and then we have little weenies. I'm gonna cook up some of those, and then I grabbed a couple quick meals. We have some watermelon. It's just basically a hodgepodge day. I would love some ribs. It took about 40 minutes to get power back. So like it was about another 15, 20 minutes after like I got off the phone or something like that total, I think. Long enough for me to go get the batteries, come up, find out what was wrong, whatever. Once power was back on, we had to test everything, make sure everything was good. Honestly, by the time I got down here to check things, it was closer to 1 a.m. for me, which is why I was like, I'm not gonna go back to streaming. The day was shot. I was dreading turning the computer back on because I was like, how much of my work did I lose? And thankfully, I didn't lose a lot. I lost like 5 minutes of work. That was it. So that was nice. That's all I lost. You're gonna take a little bunny nap today? That's what you gotta do. Go grab the bunny, take a little nap. For those who don't know, Levi Markin has a little bunny. You can see it in his little icon. Look at that. Look at the cute little bunny. Yeah, I'm drinking a stale Diet Coke. That's my caffeine. Nicholas, I'm talking about food, but I've had I'm not hungry. That's the problem. I ate late. I ate breakfast late today because I had a late night. Like usually, if I'm streaming in the morning, I try to get to bed as early as I can. You guys know when I don't sleep because I just straight up tell you I struggle to sleep. No, we lost a couple people. They died of old age. Like all that happened at once. I gotta. Gotta stop putting old people. They die while they're at work. Huh, it's America. Sorry. That was a dark joke. Why are you taking so long? Jeez. Me's. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's still 7. This is annoying. So I'm so sorry. I wanted to have this done. Like I would have like had things worked out last night to where I would have gotten to the point where I realized I would had to redub some lines and stuff like that. I probably would have just powered through, redubbed all the lines I need to redub, which I guess we can do right now. We can do a little bit of that at least. Getting kind of empty. Then the phone rings, ring, 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 ring. I gotta see what the Rotom phone sounds like when it's ringing. What's Japan or China? Because I hate to break it to you, statistically, we have more people dying of old age while they're working in the US than anywhere else. Japan and China, you can retire. You can stop working if you want to. America is like mandatory just to survive. And I know these people personally. So I know a good chunk of people that shouldn't be working that are. And enough of those people are going to be losing their benefits that it's going to get even worse.
Please just listen, okay? Stitches in the Stargate universe.
Kinda
He
sucks.
took out Apophis's main ship, maybe even Apophis, and I'm fairly sure.
Remember, it's still technically a lunch stream, which means I get to be a little bit political. The old Nokia ringtone? Well, let's see what the Rotom phone. Pokemon Rotom phone ringtone. Oh, that's a very like that's not a normal ringtone. But that was super easy to find. Levi's gonna change his emergency number after this. That's what's gonna happen. Also, my Rotom phone prop is like breaking on me, so I just need the audio. It doesn't need to be great either. Download. Pull that up into the downloads. Rename. Rotom ringtone. Oh. Whoa, hello. That's weird. Hold on. We had an issue. Why is that doing that? That is not the right file type. M4A, there we go. Ringtone. Make sure that plays properly. Perfect. And we'll get that into audio assets and kind of move from there. Find the old Nokia. In China, you work so hard, you literally die from it. Nicholas. Okay, we're going to talk about this for a quick moment. Okay. One of the things you guys have to remember is that the information that we get, regardless of what country you're from, this is a overall society. This happens in every country type of thing. Outside of the US, ask people how they see us. There's a specific format. They see us the way our media portrays us, right? So a lot of times it's overweight, or it's action, or it's guns, it's so on and so forth. It's the way the media portrays us. But that's not what we are, is it? A lot of us are just really down to earth people, but it all depends on their exposure to our culture, which we do have it. It's just a mixture, melting pot of it. Okay. And that same thing applies across the board. I want to say that same thing applies across the board. Our knowledge of China is whatever we are being told, unless you take the prerogative to go and meet people. The same thing with Germany and Canada and everything else like that. What we know of these people is what we expose ourselves to. I know how people from New Zealand really are, because I know people from New Zealand who have corrected me. I know how people from China are, because I know people from China who have corrected me and let me know that, hey, yeah, we have a lot of government overreach, but also we have Medicare. I can afford my house. I have fresh food and so on. Not Medicare, but like the medical coverage and stuff like that. And the community that they have and their workers, a lot of times they don't work until they die. They are just working because they want to, and their society expectations versus ours are massively different. A lot of times people over there are working because they want to, not because they need to, and that's a big difference between ours and theirs. It's not that they don't need to stop work. It's not that they can't afford to stop working. They can afford to stop working and not, but the way they grew up versus how we grew up is massively different. Now that's changing too. Another thing is society expectations change throughout time. So in China and in Japan and a bunch of those countries, younger people are retiring and staying retired. They're not going back into the workforce unless they feel it's necessary. If they've got enough money to live and be happy, that is what they are doing. They're pursuing their dreams. More and more that is happening over in those countries. But it used to be like an expectation of you working and being productive member of society much more in their heads than it is in our states. Local culture is a big thing, is 100% correct. So that is something to take into account, that your exposure to these things shapes the way you view it. So in all honesty, one of the greatest ways to get exposure, if you can't talk to people for whatever reason, you can't actively talk to regular people, is honestly go to the webtoons section. Read webtoons. A lot of those, like slice of life webtoons, will have a good amount of information like sprinkled through it about how their life really is. And it all depends on like when that particular webtoon is taking place. Like I've read webtoons that took place back when, yes, they would work themselves to death. And then I've read webtoons that are more consistent with today, and even going through the trouble of explaining, oh no, that happened back then. Like things are different now. right? And then I know people in China and Japan and stuff, and so I will talk to them and be like, how accurate is this? So it's great. It's not, Ronnie, I'm not going to highlight your comment because it's not even freedom of religion, because that exists everywhere. I feel like there's a misunderstanding, a fundamental misunderstanding of how many rights the other countries have. They have freedom of religion. Is it looked down upon if they're not Christian, or if they're not this, or if they're not that? Sure. But that's the same way here. But they have freedom of religion. What about the guns? What about the crime rate? I'm talking about culture, and exposing yourself to culture is a great thing, and this is what gets brought up. That's less politics and more society as a whole. We are talking about humans, human nature, society, not the political atmosphere of one specific country, but rather all the countries together, combined, what things are based on their individual area. Like that's Google's free. Google is 100% free. Well, they already have your data, so. "41 countries out of hundreds." I want to make sure this is clear, because everyone keeps forgetting how many countries there really are. There's 198 countries and territories that we recognize. There's more out there technically, but only out of those, 41 countries. And I would argue that the United States freedom of religion, if I tell you I'm not Christian, how badly do I get treated? So pretty much. Yeah, there's a point where it's like, unfortunately, Ronnie, I'd love to believe that, and have that be the case, and then that 100% could be. But in today's society, I look at look at those comments, and I'm like, I don't know how true that statement is coming from you. How much do you believe that statement because of that? Because of just how things are. Finally, we have one more that's getting uploaded. One more, and then we can like go forth. And see, what I find interesting about that is I have some of the people I know are in business, and so they are like deeply entwined into the culture of China, because it's a requirement in business. Like it's still very huge in China when you're doing like business. You have to follow certain traditions. Still a huge thing. And then on top of that, you have a bunch of government regulations based on what you are making, what you are doing, how you are selling, how you are promoting it, that kind of thing. And China's government has a say of whether or not you can make that. But here's the thing. That's the same thing here in the US. I can't make whatever I want and sell whatever I want to the masses without going through the proper channels, paperwork, and making sure everything is legally allowed to be bought, sold, and made. Right? Now, that doesn't mean I can't do it underneath the table, but that applies to every country. And every country's laws, if you do that, and it's something that you're not supposed to be doing, regardless of what it is, like let's say I was selling food items and I wasn't doing them by the book, right? State by state, it will change, mind you, but federally, if you're selling stuff, you just need to be safe. And then you have to have your taxes taken care of, blah, 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 right? And there's the more you sell, the higher your market, the more different, if you go to different states and everything, that changes too. So it's one of those things where it's like bureaucracy. It's red tape. It boils down to every country has red tape. So that's what it is. Yeah, right there. Steven's got it right there. China isn't the China of the 80s. It's just not. And we still live with that misconception. Go vote. Don't forget to vote. Such a fun time, everyone, isn't it? Such a fun time. It's a great time to be alive, says Levi sarcastically. There's all my stuff. Gotta download all these clips. Download. I'll rename it. And then we'll go from there. I had to switch TP. Just got bored on mine. It's fun messing with people's heads with illogical logic. You can think of how whatever you think I'm thinking of is perfectly fine. Illogical logic would imply that you were thinking far enough ahead that you would have gauged and assumed a response that I might have had. And then you would have proceeded to have different responses based on my response and proceeded to continue the discussion in some form rather than backtrack and try to drop it. I've been gaslit most of my life. I've had people try to take advantage of me, play mind games, a whole slew of things. The disadvantage of my disabilities is that my brain does not always work the way that I know it can or want it to. So I'm not a huge fan of people trying to mess with me. Especially when we're just talking about like things as a whole. Yeah. That's a thing that happened. It wasn't just one state either. It was actually several of them. Hey, Dragon. By the way, Dragon, you get to see it. I don't know if you saw it the last time, but look at that. Look at Stitch hanging out there. That's the word I was looking for. No, Nicholas. No. Remember, these streams, as long as it's done well enough, I welcome this type of discussion. It's really nice to be able to sit here and talk about it. People learn a few things. Maybe we've changed somebody's mind. Maybe they've taken the opportunity to expand their horizons and research things and then read. Reading is key, by the way. Read. I don't care if you're reading comics. I don't care if you're reading manga. I don't care if you're reading full-fledged books, which full-fledged books should be included in all of that. Reading expands our knowledge, right? And reading more than the same thing. So don't read just one section of things. Don't read just this thing in this section and area. Like, let's break it down to manga. And I'm saying this because it's the easiest one. It's the one I read the most. If I read nothing but slice of life manga, I am missing out on a whole slew of other things. Missing out on the different ways that your horizons can be expanded and the stories can be expanded based on the different types of stories that might be available. Same thing goes when you want to study and learn history and things like that. If you only study history
from one viewpoint, that is your viewpoint. Let's say you take a conservative history book, regardless of the country it comes from. I'd like to point that out. I'm not saying American conservative, I'm saying conservative, period. And that is the only type of history book. It's written by conservatives, so they tell a specific way of that history. And the moment that history is challenged, you're like, no, this says this. Well, take a moment, research that, and find out if maybe there's some conflicting views, maybe there's some conflicting information, or maybe there's simply new information that has been discovered, because as we grow as a society, technology grows, the ability to go back and study the things that we've already studied and find things that maybe were wrong when we studied them the first time. How many times have you seen science go, oh, well, now we know it actually does this? And how many people go, well, that's weird. Why did it change? Well, it changed because our perspective and our technology changed. The amount of data that we had changed. So a good way to take that. Hold on. Snitch gate 2. Let's go with autism. Let's talk autism for a second. Bunch of people will bring up, regardless of the country you're in, again, regardless of the country you're in, a bunch of people will bring up that autism wasn't always a thing back in the 50s, 60s, 20s, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because we didn't know it existed. The further back we go, the less we knew about it. And the further we come back forward, the more we know about it. And the more we know about it, the easier it is to spot the signs of this thing. And that could be anything, mental, physical, viruses, everything, right? And being able to spot those, notice those, learn from those means that we can now diagnose them. Autism wasn't artificially created. It's just we have a better understanding of it worldwide. And we're able to see that a lot more people fall on what is now a spectrum than a set thing than we initially thought. In fact, the new normal might be entirely different than what we thought. There might be more people who are autistic or who are in the spectrum than not. And at that point, do we have the data from way back when to be like, is this because of environmental changes? Is this something that we could address and maybe change with time? Or are humans naturally wired this way? And the people who aren't wired this way are the abnormal, right? And like Jen says, history is written by the winner. It was so a thing we just did in diagnosis. Yeah. Because instead of Sally being a little slow, but being really, really good at cooking, we now have, oh, Sally's on the spectrum and cooking seems to be the thing that they're hyper focused on and they're able to actually do really well. Oh, Joey's a little bit on the angry side, but man, can he throw a curveball? Well, it's been proven that those who have autism, who are on the spectrum, tend to have lean in one or two directions of physical prowess. Either A, they're lacking, or B, there's an area that they are really good at. And that's changing too. And this was the thing too. Like if it was bad enough, be thrown into the madhouse. But the thing is like, again, it's a spectrum. And there were plenty of people who were like, I'm pretty sure that person was autistic and we just didn't know back then. Right? Yeah. And before, you couldn't have autism and ADHD. Now it's AUDHD, right? You can have both. It is two different things. It is vastly two different things. You can be ADHD without being autistic. You can be autistic without having ADHD. And that's great to know. We're also finding out that ADHD may be more of a trauma response than it is a chemical imbalance that you're born with. That's another thing. Or at least you could have both. That's something that's currently being studied on whether or not it's something that you can totally be born with right from the get-go, or as you develop, you can develop ADHD because of a trauma or a chemical imbalance that took place within your body at some point in time. And that's really cool to know, because it means that, yes, there may be some way to at least lower the amount of people who have this, or there is a way to treat this more effectively, even if there isn't a way to cure it. And Ronnie, I'm going to say this. No one deserves to be bullied in their life, regardless. It's like, unless you do something horrific and you knew the consequences, you really don't deserve what comes your way. Right? Especially as a child. No child deserves any of that. I will say that is entirely 100% confirmed that how you handle things is a choice, though. Now, you may need to learn how to handle things better, but it is still a choice, right? There we go. Now that's exported. I'm not just sitting here chatting, everyone. I'm actively like doing other stuff too. Stitchgate. Paste. Because I'm moving things around where I want them, so I have an easier chance of finding them. Oh, that soda is so bad. And see, ADHD is a full spectrum. It's not just ADD and ADHD and stuff like that. It's become a spectrum now. More of one. Instead of people, when they think of spectrum, they're thinking like this way, but it's not that way. It's like one of those charts that, like, how much charisma, how much this, how much that, how much that, how much how. I mean, it's kind of like one of the spider charts or whatever they're called, spider graphs or something like that. Yeah. Levi sucks to school but knows nature like nothing and always finds fish. Referring to me. I didn't know that one. Yeah. And I'm really good at like specific things in school, really bad at other things. And like I'm all over the charts. It's a really bad contradiction. Like I'll have moments of pure clarity of genius level intellect. And I have data to back that up. Right. When I was a kid, I took a bunch of tests. And I have taken them as an adult periodically too. Just not the ADHD test. The issue is having those moments of clarity is incredibly difficult for me. You guys have probably seen them on stream where I'm just like nonstop. I can spit out the facts. I can do an improv, just nonstop. And Chris has seen it now too. So it really sucks because like Chris is very patient, and I'm really appreciative for that. But he shouldn't have to be, and that hurts me because I'm like, you shouldn't have to be this patient with me because my brain doesn't want to function. Thank you so much for taking notes for me because my hands don't want to work and I forgot to ask you. And I don't want to get into the habit of just expecting you to take notes. Right. And I've told him that. I was like, I don't want you to get into the habit of expecting you to take notes. Remind me to ask you. Don't just do it. So thank you so much, Hardcore. No, it costs money. If things weren't like seriously, I don't know. Like I'm gonna be fine financially. I'm gonna be fine because Rio gets paid next week. It's just more along the lines of trying not to go in the negatives on the bank account and having that money come out after, mind you, after I had scheduled other bills to come out. I'm like, this sucks. Worst case scenario, to be perfectly honest, worst case scenario, I'll have to go to one bank to grab money to take to another bank to deposit money. It's just not something I want to deal with. So another reason why I'm waiting until Wednesday to like see if I need to do a thing where it goes, okay, I do need money. Let's work on some donations and some random shit.
Specifically because of that. You guys want to know something funny? When I was recording all these scenes, re-recording all these scenes, I recorded a full-on 6 minute straight, one scene take after the other. We had a lot of laughs while I was recording it because my kiddo was helping me and they were laughing at me or calling me cringe and stuff like that. And none of the audio, it didn't capture any of the fucking audio whatsoever. And I'm just like, no, it took us 20 minutes just to get ready to film. And then like the 6 minutes was like a pause every periodically. So it was more like another 10, 15 minutes of recording. And then like I got back into the house after getting all the stuff off from recording. Cause like, again, I'm in this Hawaiian get up here. Look at that, look, I'm all set up and everything. And I wanted to like reframe this. And the reason why I chose this, the way I did this is like, we're going to cut this out. This background out. We're going to cut me out and then I can resize myself on the screen how I want, mind you, as long as I'm at the bottom here. This might honestly work out just fine. But yeah, it sucked. It sucked losing all that. And then like the audio here. Oh my God, you're right. Shit's about to hit the fan. I'll be right there. That's not bad, right? Like I could realistically use that audio. But there's parts of the audio. About 5 weeks.
What?
Give or take me possibly taking an extra week.
It sounds better than it was.
For you calling me on my emergency.
This one right here, I should have redid that scene. I forgot to redo that scene. I forgot to fucking re-record that scene. I could just go with that pause. I might have Chris re-record a part.
Give or take me possibly taking an extra week. For you calling me on my emergency line.
I need him to do one scene in his shirt. If I can get him to say why.
For you calling me.
That would be a perfect cut point right there for a why. Can you able? I need it's so quick, but it allows me to cut this down without me having to re-record, go back out and get everything set back up and re-record. Now I can, don't get me wrong. I can like I left the chair in the spot where it needs to be. I didn't leave everything else there. But I can do that, so that's not a problem. And then from here, we have a complete scene change. From here,
You're one of only.
We do that. Unless I have
3 people who have this number. You're one of only 3 people who have this number. Gravest of emergencies.
So my audio on this take is not bad. My audio on this take.
You're one of only 3 people who have this line, John. Gravest of emergencies. John, hold on for a moment. I'm getting another call.
And then we have the call.
Emergencies.
Ring, ring.
Hold on, John. I have another call.
Is there a point? Because like in my script, STID stitch. In my script. Yeah, so John says but. I'll be right there.
Oh,
So
Emergencies.
okay, but I just need you to.
So that's good. I don't need to worry about that. And then I have a takeaway. Now I can. You're one of only. Really not a fan of that particular scene, but hold on. We're going to test out the stuff. You're one of only 3 people who have this number, John. Greatest of emergencies. Go ahead and hit stop. Don't need that one. The chair plays a major role, can't you tell? Well, why were all these recorded? Even better, why did I save them all? 3, 2, 1, take. God knows what, because the fucking audio wasn't on. You're one of only 3 people who have this number. Greatest of emergencies. I really like that take. Outside of the fact I need to fix the audio a little bit. I like that take, considering how fucking pissed off I am. 3, 2, 1, take. Levi needs to be on the shore. Well, here's the thing. I'm not gonna fix everything now. Like my background's gonna be the Hawaiian background. Like I find it like I need it to look like I went to Hawaii of all places because of Stitch, because he's not there. So I was like, that's the whole reason. Like Levi went to there because he knows Stitch isn't there. It's the one place Levi knows Stitch isn't at right now. So that's where Levi went to vacation. That's it. That's the joke, is that like Levi left, didn't want to deal with Stitch. What's the one place that he knows Stitch is not going to be at right now? So if we replace this scene right here. You're one of only 3 people. The fucking audio wasn't on. That kind of sucks. Might need to. I should have probably. Okay, so we remove background. Do an auto remove. See how well it does. Oh, that worked out really well, actually. That works out really well. Because when I combine it and blow it up, we'll be good. You're one of only 3 people who have this number. Greatest of emergencies. I will say, I think I like that take, considering how fucking pissed off I am. It's also a shorter. It fits within that exact time frame right there, which is really nice. So I don't need to have all that.
God damn it.
Okay, and then we're going to fix my audio by simply normalizing it. I can guarantee you.
You're one of only 3 people.
Yeah. So then we will fix the background real quick. Instead of doing an auto remove, we're going to do a custom remove, smart eraser, and blip. Blip. What?
You're one of only.
Come on. Why aren't you? Hit apply. Okay, fine. Ah, you picky bitch. Oh, I forgot all about this. Oh, shit. Well, let's see if anybody died. Let's hit pause real quick on this. Am I looking at you? No, put her on the phone. The phone. Okay. Go back to here. Look at you guys. Let's see if anybody died. The opening line for a comedy horror. Also, why wasn't there? There was a stream yesterday. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Wednesdays are a nighttime stream. Yesterday was Thursday, which means I don't stream then. Good thing I don't watch the live streams in full screen. Okay, that's recovered. New crack is losing. Okay, sick, scavenger, recovered, candy station missing. Oh no, child became sick. No, recovered. Child got sick, recovered. Child got sick, child recovered. Child got sick, child recovered. Recovered. Got sick, recovered, sick, recovered. Mr. Material, sick, recovered, sick, recovered, sick. Submarine arrived. Inadequate living space. Recovered. Now ready for work. Another crack is losing. Not worried about it. Oh no! We had somebody died because due to old age. A bunch of people got sick. A bunch of people recovered. A bunch of people got sick. A bunch of people recovered. Okay. All right. No one died. This is Oxygen called Oxygen. I really like these type of games, specifically because I can just kind of like let them do their own little. Kind of just let it do its thing, you know. Still have 9 people. Oh, that's going to get taken care of. How many gears do we need? Another 15 gears? Oh, that'll be taken care of from there. This already has most of the gears. All right. Back to what we were doing. Yeah, it's a simulation game. If I wanted to, I could have this be twice speed, 3 times speed, whatever. By having it play the normal, honestly, relatively slow speed. How many people do we have? Wait, I can put another person here. I have so much food. I did have a lot of food. Probably need to do that now. I've kind of gotten it to the point where most of the time I'm okay. During windstorms, I'm not producing enough energy. During droughts, energy is somewhat an issue as well because these things go out of commission, which is why I'm trying to get enough of water power and enough solar power that I'm not going to be concerned about power at all.
Soda.
Why did you have to be so loud? No, you don't need another cream soda.
I'm at for 2 days.
You had one yesterday.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Can I have one of these?
No.
What?
No.
Can I use one of my poppers?
No.
Why are you saying not to everything?
You don't say no to everything. Go, shoo. You don't like? Don't you have your own soda?
Yeah,
You can have one of those.
we had one today.
Well, then you don't need another soda, do you? Go.
Can I have one?
This child of mine, go.
Can I have one yesterday?
Go. Cool. So I'm not gonna have to refilm that. Chris just sent me a message, which is a really good message. That he's Chris is like, how long are you gonna be live? I don't know. Do you think the Fallout Shelter counts as a canon game throughout the Fallout series? That would be cool. I could ask him to pay for it, but he would actually pay for it. I would love to get a soda machine / snack machine. I would love to have the combination of the two, or at least a soda machine. And then yes, I would do that. Like 100%. If I ever get a soda machine, snack machine, whatever, that's how I'm going to disperse the snacks for the kids. Do chores, get cash. That cash goes back in to snacks and everything, and it'll be rotating. Bam, rotating. Bam, rotating. Bam. I'm already paying for the snacks, right? This way, if they don't have the money, they're not asking me. They're like, what can I do to get it? What do I need to do to earn the money to get the snack? And then I'm just making money, Sebastian. At that point, let's be honest. At that point, then it's profit. Okay? Then it's profit. Happy 4th of July to you too, Ronnie. But yeah, this is called Oxygen. It's a really fun game. What did I unlock? I forgot what I unlocked. Right, safety equipment. I unlocked safety equipment. Now, is the safety equipment here? No. Your team can do medium risk levels now. But I need canned goods. I have like no canned goods. Nope, not that one. That one. And then one. Okay. I have 2 hospitals now. So like people, I can have 10 people get sick. And because the hospitals, medical post, have a faster rate, I'm good there. So Chris is going to record a part when he gets back. He's going to record that Y that I need, which would be perfect, because then I don't need to redo this scene. I don't have to go back out and fix this pause that I have here. This pause is a perfect point to cut it and trim it down, put in the Y, and then Levi explains, for you calling me on my emergency line that is supposed to be for only the gravest of emergencies.
Levi, but Stitch is like destroying the.
Good luck, old chum.
God damn it!
I really like that pacing where it's Levi turning off the phone.
God damn it!
I love the idea that Levi did not put the phone down because he knew
What happened?
he would get a call back.
You're one of only 3 people who have this number.
Oh, what? Why? Oh, right. Remove background. Custom removal. Why is that not? Why is that not? Okay, hit apply. That bothers me. Okay. Reset it. Why are you doing this to me today? You won't let me brush. You won't let me erase. I'll look at that in a minute. This is where I need new software sometimes. That's an issue. Okay, let's reset this. Custom removal. Okay. Why are you not working? Let's exit out of it entirely. We'll reopen it entirely. You survived. Reward. Congratulations. Population. Vote of confidence. 34 uniform. Cool. Cover. Child missing. Child not missing. Canning missing material. We're good. Okay. Are you a Godzilla fan, Levi? Yes, I love Godzilla. Not like I'm not like super huge into Godzilla, mind you, but like I like Godzilla. I watched the old stuff. I haven't seen the YouTube though thing that you're talking about though. I need to watch the new stuff again. Well, I think the last one I watched was the botched version of Godzilla 2099 or something like that, where Godzilla had kids. I was like, I don't know, weird.
You're one of only 3.
Okay. It may be that I'm not able to do as much as I'm trying to do right now. I might not be able to stream this. Or at least I might not be able to game and stream this. Custom removal. No. So this is a problem. I do not know what's going on. But here's what we're going to do. That didn't work. What about if I go here? No. God damn it. Get back in there. Go back in there. Oh, wow. We are having all kinds of problems today, aren't we? I did turn it off and back on again, effectively. Thank you. Yep. We're going to test out the stuff. 3. Okay. I don't want to have it be too zoomed in at the moment because we're going to zoom it in a little bit more after I get stuff done. So Chris might join us, by the way, everyone. You're one of only 3 people who have. Fuck. All right. We're just going to do custom removal. Now it's highlighting everything. Okay. You're one of only. Not a fan of that. Okay. No, I didn't want that. Swear this keeps acting up on me. We're going to have a problem. Why?
Why?
Oh, I love that. That was a good take.
Why?
That was good.
Why?
That was good.
Why?
Exactly what I'm asking myself right now, John. It's exactly why. Why? 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 So the question is for villains that will save billions, and I could go on with the video. I'm not really sure. Okay. Here's how it goes. we know our start and end point. Get away from that auto adjustment.
You're one of only.
We need to make it big. I need it big enough that I'm in screen. For the entire screen. We actually make myself just a tiny bit smaller. When I combine the clips and zoom in more, I'll be good. Custom removal. Why? Weird. Okay. Whatever. Letting me do it now. Make sure we get every part. Let it process. And then we will erase small sections. We want to erase that a little bit. Let's erase that a little bit. We'll erase that a little bit. The benefit of like my background looking kind of sandy, even though that's not supposed to be see-through, and the back of me has a pillow and then like it's a little bit see-through, is that it's okay. Because that still looks good enough.
You're one of only 3 people who have this number. Greatest of emergencies.
Okay, but
Okay. Fucking finally. What's sad is that I'm gonna have to do this multiple times. So first of all, let's fix the sound now. We know normalizing the audio fix it. Create compound clip. We normalize the audio again in this compound clip. And then this is where we get to do this. Let Levi be zoomed in a little bit. Maybe not too zoomed in. That looks pixelated though. That looks pixelated. That doesn't look too pixelated. Okay, let's modify this so it's slightly over here, so you're not seeing it as much now. But then you see that. Wish I had sat in a chair that was like completely without these little holes in it.
You're one of only 3.
Did it not apply the eraser? Seriously, not moving. What sucks is having to do this multiple times, since I didn't do this in one take. Okay. That's good, Levi. I'm glad I was able to help you out there.
You're one of only 3 people who have this number. Greatest of you.
Yeah, that decided that it didn't want to do what I needed it to do. That's... You're supposed to be taking this out. It works for a whole hot second. That's it. There's no point to it. All right, so we have to adjust me so I'm not... It's not as big of a problem. I think having this be the scene, even though I'm not as close up as I would like to be, is going to be the best I'm going to get. Period. Like this isn't going to get any better. I'm just simply limited by stuff.
What happened?
You're one of only 3 people who have this number.
And then we just simply create compound clip. Make sure the audio is normalized for both of these.
One of only...
Go ahead and zoom in. Put me up here so it's a little less noticeable. We still have that background being an issue. But if we wanted to, we could probably have me... What do you guys think? Do we want to have Levi be like that? Oh, that would work out really well, actually. Undo compound clip. Have... Because Levi... Because with the way I recorded, we aren't terrible on pixelization. And have me facing a little bit there, like that. Hold on. Because whatever we create here, I need to turn around and redo this continuously. But it'll be easy to like take these numbers right here that I'm covering up right now with my head. So if we move me to the corner here, you'll see these numbers right here. Those are the numbers I need. If we create compound clip here. We scale me up to right about there. Still not a
You're
very
one of
good.
only 3 people who have this number. Greatest of emergencies.
Okay. Close, we're gonna get to a big to a leg reveal, or heaven forbid, an ankle review. What do you guys think? Because right now I'm effectively sacrificing quality. Like this right here is relatively good, but I can't fix the way I look. I can undo the compound clip real quick. We could have me move that background any which way. It needs to be probably like over here, though, to be honest. I think this right here
You're
is
one of only 3
probably the
people who
best
have
we're
this
gonna get.
number.
I can't fix that little background glitch. It won't let me. I don't have the capability. It's not happening. I cannot get a good clean cutout of every little thing, and I don't want to pay somebody to do it, and I don't have the necessary tools beyond it. This is the best background clip I can get rid of. That's the first clip. Zoom in the second clip where he laughs and sighs, have it be pulled out.
You're one of only 3 people who have this number. Greatest of emergencies.
When I get to the other clips, it's understandable, right?
Good luck, old chum.
That's fine. We are now in a
God
scene
damn it.
change after this. This scene is now like instead of Levi putting it off, Levi's now having to actively pay attention. Because this is how it goes. It goes from here. You get Levi answering the phone. Levi is in full vacation mode. Getting kind of empty. We're seeing a portion of the scene. This is how I want this to look. This is fine. And my sound quality is much better than I thought it was.
Please just listen, okay?
It's
Stages
just
in
that
the
initial
Stargate
one.
universe. He took out Apophis's main ship, maybe even Apophis, and I'm fairly sure he just ate Sokar.
Oh my God, you're right. Shit's about to hit the fan. I'll be right there.
Oh, thank you. How long till you get
When
here?
we do the scene change, I want the higher quality audio.
About 5 weeks.
What?
Give or take me possibly taking an extra week.
And then right here, hold on, I actually have this replacement. 1 second. I gotta get the clip where it needs to be. Paste. Okay. Download. Cut. Video assets. Audio assets. Sounds. Pokemon. Paste. Rotom phone. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Urgency
Why?
line.
Cut.
For you
Why?
calling me
That his first take was like perfect, to be honest. Like
Why?
he didn't need to do any more after that. The first take was perfect.
extra week
Why?
for you calling me on my possibly taking an extra week
Why?
for you calling me on my emergency line that is
Like Levi wasn't done talking, and John interrupted, which is perfect. That takes care of that pause.
extra week
Why?
for you
For you-
calling
and,
me
like,
on
he
my
just finishes what he was
emergency
saying.
line that is supposed
Completely
to be
ignores the
for
situation
only
at
the
hand.
gravest of emergencies.
Levi, but Stitch is like destroying the.
Good luck.
I'll fix that here in a second, everyone. We're good. Okay, so we start from here. We're at 2 minutes. We move here. We've moved to
Taking an extra week
Why?
for you calling me on my emergency line that is supposed to be for only the gravest of emergencies.
Levi, but Stitch is like destroying the.
I need that to be interruption, so I need to immediately be laughing.
Good luck, old chum.
Beep.
God damn it! What happened?
Now we have a full scene change. At this point, after he's calling me back again, now we have Levi front and center, and this is because this is going to continue. So I wanted a scene change of like, okay, Levi's having to deal with this situation.
You're one of only 3 people who have this number. Gravest of emergencies.
Okay, but I just need you to.
I think this works. We go from Levi not wanting to deal with this situation.
God damn it! What happened?
You're one of only 3.
And then we get the scene change of Levi being in front. I think this works. If I try to zoom it in or move it, I lose quality to the point to where I don't like it. What we can do, since Chris is here, we can play it all the way up to this point so you guys can see it. That's almost 3 minutes of footage. I wonder what the gravest of emergencies is. Is it Kerbu? No, it's Levi straight up not wanting to deal with it at all. The joke here is that Levi doesn't care what the emergency is currently. Unless, and like I go over the emergencies of like what is qualified, and because none of them qualify, Levi's like, bye. But you guys will get to that point. I agree. I think that's good. So let's watch it. And remember, I haven't added all the sound effects, and I haven't modified Chris's Sokar voice to be more Gould, which will all come after I've gotten all the clips where I want them to be, and then I can modify sounds and everything.
Look, Sokar, I know we were supposed to review your plans for galactic dominance and the system lores, but I've got a situation.
Ha! I knew my word would stick.
Situation? Don't worry about it right now. Look, I just needed to inform you about absorbing the
Stick.
situation. Don't just needed to
inform you about absorbing the.
Look, Sokar, I know we were supposed to review your plans for galactic dominance and the system lords, but I've got a situation.
Ha! I knew my word would stick.
Situation? Don't worry about it right now. Look,
I just needed to inform you about absorbing the abandoned army Apophis left behind.
Which ships?
It doesn't matter. Apophis wasn't there. The insect is still lurking, and I need your help finding him.
It does matter, Sokar. I was on the line when he was attacked.
Perfect. You can help track him down while I interrogate the blue creature we captured.
Oh, no.
I think you mean, oh, yes. Silence! Jaffa! Cree! Hold him tighter.
Sokar, that's Stitch, okay? He's the champion of Korn, pure embodiment of chaos. And right now, he knows key control. He has
Get ready
force
for ultimate
powers,
chaos.
And Nappa, please get Anubis on the line.
Okay, but what about the timeline? I thought we weren't supposed to interfere.
The timeline's already screwed to hell and back. I just need to.
The snake tasted funny.
Okay, fuck it. I'm calling Levi.
You call him Levi? Good luck.
I don't need luck. I have his emergency phone number.
Getting kind of empty. Ring, 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 ring.
Please just listen, okay? Stitch is in the Stargate universe. He took out Apophis's main ship, maybe even Apophis, and I'm fairly sure he just ate Sokar.
Oh my God, you're right. Shit's about to hit the fan. I'll be right there.
Oh, thank you. How long till you get here?
Oh, thank Kami.
About 5 weeks.
What?
Give or take me possibly taking an extra week
Why?
for you calling me on my emergency line that is supposed to be for only the gravest of emergencies.
Levi, but Stitch is like destroying the.
Good luck, old chum.
Beep.
God damn it.
Ring,
What happened?
ring, ring.
You're one of only 3 people who have this number. Gravest of emergencies.
Chris, you
but
missed the
I just
scene
need to-
change. You missed the scene change. Go back. I can't hear you, by the way, if you're trying to talk. I don't think anyone, like, I'm not seeing your mic on. Automatically just mic volume. My volume's set to a specific thing. I can set it to auto, but it would cut out at certain points. Oh no. I think he's left. Your lips are moving, but there's no sound. I think he left to come back in. Like I heard the boop boop when he wasn't here. Is he restarting something? I don't know. I do not know what is going on. I wanted his opinion on the scene change. But as far as the audio goes, I'm watching this and it sounds pretty good. Like when I go to modify other things, if I feel the need to fix the audio, I'll fix the audio. But right now we're looking.
Oh my God, you're right.
Shit. Device not connected. Device connected.
So my computer does not want me to switch from voice mod to my regular microphone. At least StreamYard settings won't let me. I have five different options for microphones, and it will only let me choose voice mod and not switch to the HyperX, which is very frustrating.
That's weird. Like you can't when you go into the audio and you go into the mic, it's not letting you choose the correct
I
one.
go to the drop down and I have 5 options, and I select HyperX Solocast, and it doesn't change.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I'm gonna restart. Chrome and see if that does anything.
All right. So you didn't quite get to see the scene change. But we go from lounging
You're
Levi.
right. Shit's
Side
about
view.
to hit the fan. I'll be right there.
Oh, thank you. How long till you get here?
Oh, thank Kami.
Chris.
About 5 weeks.
So it's important to watch
What?
up to the point to where
Give
the
or
scene
taking,
change.
possibly taking an extra week
Why?
for you calling me on my emergency line that is supposed to be for only the gravest of emergencies.
Levi, but Stitch is like destroying the.
Good luck, old Sean.
Beep. Keep watching. This is where
God damn
we're
it.
about to do a scene change.
What happened?
You're one of only 3 people who have this number. Gravest of emergencies.
Now, the only thing for everyone here that might have noticed the lighting difference, I can't fix that. No matter what, not going to fix it. As far as it's concerned, it's just one of those things where because of the scene, it changed shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And just no way I'm going to fix that. But I kind of like this because if I zoom in or change the way this looks at this point,
Yeah.
we sacrifice quality.
Okay.
So this is the highest quality I can get while still having that scene change. And at the end, when I'm talking to Sam, and I'm kind of in the debate area right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to go back to the lounging, which I think would fit,
Mm-hmm.
or do I want to keep the way I have it now? So that's something I will figure out when I get to that point. In the meantime, I need to make a couple quick notes here. So, Levi, green screen, X, negative 121, Y, positive 420. Nope, 470, not 420. 470. No rotation, which is funny because like my phone was actually off kilter slightly, but you don't really notice it, thankfully.
Yeah, it's still not letting me switch it.
That's. Do you use voice mod?
No.
I would delete it at this point. If it's gonna keep screwing with your system like this, I would delete it. And scale is 394%. My background is 308%. X 2250. Cool. All right. That will make editing the rest of these scenes a little bit easier. Because I recorded everything all in one take.
Oh wow.
And no audio. the audio.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And so like me and Raven, like, and we had some mess ups and everything, some bloopers and everything. Ironically enough, we effectively had the same bloopers.
but it was just like, okay, I got mostly undressed from that stuff. I was like, because the shorts I was wearing aren't exactly the most comfortable shorts because they're swim trunks. And so I got changed back out, took off everything, sat down to upload it and everything, and that's when I noticed it didn't have sound. I was like, fuck. So then we had to go back out there, get all the props and everything.
Yeah.
And get it. And for those wondering, like you can see this very well on camera. This is a Pokemon Rotom phone. What happened was I couldn't find another like full-on phone prop,
Mhm.
and we needed two. And so I was like, okay, I'll just make one. Found this. I was like, oh, that'd be fun. Let's see if I can make it. I made it, and I wound up making it with silk filament, which is like a really fragile filament for some things.
Yeah.
And my kiddo, after the first time we did things, they kept dropping it and like, oh, nothing's gonna happen. And look at it.
Something happened.
Yeah, it broke. It's broken. So I'm like, this needs to last until I'm done filming this, because several parts of this are just creaking and breaking the more it gets used. And I might remake a new one later on. It might be one of those things where it never gets brought in as a prop ever again. It might never be need to. And if somebody does bring it up, and if it does get brought up as like, what happened to Levi's Rotom phone as an emergency phone? Chris called him when it was a non-emergency. Or John called him when it was not an emergency. He changed his phone. That's what it boils down to. That's all it is.
Works for me.
Now, as far as color correcting for everyone here, when you're editing, color correcting, light correcting, everything, there's a lot of things you can do in post, but because I'm trying to green screen stuff without having a proper green screen background, blah, 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 I'm not fucking with everything right now. that shadow is just simply going to exist. And I think it works fine. We can see Levi's face really clearly. Whereas if I were to start editing things, there's a good chance my quality would drop. And for those wondering what quality did I shoot in, ultra high definition, 60 frames per second at 100 megapixels.
Nice.
And then when I uploaded it here, it's of course dropping it down to 30 frames per second because it's trying to make all the clips the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm automatically losing quality when I put it in here. The only way that I would have been able to keep the quality is if I had edited all these separately outside of this and then put them in here.
Yeah.
But I would have had to know everything in advance of how I wanted it to be. And I don't. I needed to like double check. Do I want this scene? Do I want to go ahead and swap back again to a side view? That kind of stuff.
So it's still not letting me do it. It's not trying to choose that, but now it's defaulting to the built-in microphone.
Hold on. They did an update of people.
I see the notice about there's some studio instability.
Yeah. So since they did that update, I wouldn't be surprised if part of the issue is like you can't, like, I wonder if I can choose a different mic setting.
Try it.
Da, 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 da. That's still all my defaults are the microphone that's currently plugged in, but it's letting me select each one.
It's not letting me do it. So I'm saving this as a film, and I'm gonna submit it to them.
Okay. Like this little bit that you've done.
I just took a video of me trying to change microphones, and it wouldn't let me, and it wouldn't let me do it.
What's funny is you probably I don't know how many people noticed this, but earlier on in this skit,
I can change the speaker. I just can't change the microphone.
Well, that's stupid.
I can change the camera. I just can't change the microphone.
I don't know why it's doing that, man.
No, I can't change the camera either.
The shadow is Levi affecting his surroundings. Absolutely, Logan. Let's just go with that. But right here, Chris, I'm gonna show it to you. The audio quality for this particular take was really, really bad. And so what I did, getting kind of empty, is I fixed the audio myself. I dubbed in that little bit of line. And last night when I was watching this, the audio quality sounded really bad, but listening to it now,
You're right. Shit's about to hit the fan.
it's not
I'll be right there.
honestly it's not as bad as I thought. So like not having to redub every little sound is really nice. So then we have
Okay, but I just need you to.
the next line here for that is it's in Levi to do. Hold on, John is the next one.
Ooh.
Come on.
Samantha.
So it should be right here, effectively. Why'd you do that? Oh, there. No, go down. Why won't you go down?
That's a pretty personal question.
Way differently
You're
than
one
you
of
do.
only
If
three
you're not
people.
We've already
gonna
done
go
this
back
so many
to
times.
You're one of only 3 people who have this number. And like
I don't need that anymore. Okay, so up. Hate it when it takes my spot like that.
Okay, but I just need you to.
Let's cut this down where it needs to be. Now for this part, this is 394 scale. 394. Position needs to be -121. And then 470. There we go. That's why it's important to take down those numbers. Sounds like an application has claimed control of that camera. Yeah. Did you you restarted Google or Chrome, right?
Yep, it wasn't working multiple times.
Did you restart your computer?
Not yet, no.
I would restart your computer. You're on your phone right now?
Yep.
Yeah, I would restart your computer. See if that fixes it. What did I do?
Just restarted it. I almost said I can't, then I'll get kicked out. But no, I'm not.
Oh,
on the computer right now.
the joke that we did with the right. So how's your 4th of July been, Chris?
Been decent.
That's good. Mine will kind of technically start later on. We will probably at about 5:30 or so. I'll call it regardless, and then go make dinner with the kiddos, and then because it won't get dark. Actually, I might just do a late dinner. I don't know. I'll find out from the kiddos if they're hungry enough.
Oh, hold on, John. I'm getting another phone call. Right about there. Ring, ring. Hold on, John. I'm getting another phone call. We'll fix my audio. Normalizing it goes a long way. The difference between the other audio recording and this one, by the way, is I have my mic underneath my arm, and because it's a magnet and the chair is metal, it clicked right there. And so it's almost the same distance as to where I usually keep my mic. It's just off to the side instead of in front of me. Oh, hold on, John. I'm getting another phone call.
That's cool.
Hey, Samantha, how's it going? Did you get that promotion yet? Major Carter has such a je ne sais quoi. Damn it! Fuck! I gotta stop looking at you. Okay, we'll just. That's my kiddo screwing me up again because they think of what I'm saying. They think what I'm saying is so cringe. Don't need to hit. We'll just hold. Stop laughing. Stop. We've already done this so many fucking times.
Oh, just
Poor Jenna.
Who?
Jenna. C'est quoi?
Oh. Okay. Here we go. Okay.
All right. Computer's restarted. Trying again.
Hold on. Hold on, John. I'm getting another call. Hey, Samantha. How's it going? Did you get that promotion?
Nope. So let me change it.
Hold on.
The HyperX is even the default, and it's not letting me go to it.
That is so weird. 11:30 for you. Happy Treason Day, you dirty Collins. You okay?
Yep. I'm trying it on Edge.
Hold on. Hold on, John. John, I'm getting another call.
It works on Edge. I can change the microphone on Edge.
So it's just Chrome that it's screwing up on right now.
Yeah, which matches the description they're talking about the issues. So, 1 second.
All right. Don't end the stream on me. Hold on, John. Hold on. Hold on, John. John, I'm getting another call. Hold on.
Hello.
That seems what?
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You good?
John, I'm getting another call.
Ugh.
You can blame me and the fact that it was cheaper to get a Windows computer than it was a Mac computer.
What?
The reason why you got a Windows laptop was it was cheaper to get a Windows laptop than it was a Mac laptop. And then I was like, just get a Windows. Just get a normal laptop.
I haven't, Stephen Lockyer, I haven't had a Mac as my main computer for 3 years now.
Hold on, John. I'm getting another call. I think I have another Samantha, how's it going? To go through. Did you get that promotion yet? I don't like the thing. Okay. Hold on. Amount of times I redid this line. Ring, 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 ring. Hold on, John. I'm getting another call. Hey, Samantha, how's it going? Did you get that promotion yet? Major Carter has such a je ne sais quoi to it, you know? Such a perfect ring. I know you're going to land it. Did my kid hit the fucking tripod? Je ne sais quoi to it, you know? Such a perfect ring. They did.
Yeah,
I know.
bitch. It's a small thing. Only I'm gonna notice it. But I'm gonna yell at him about it.
know you're going to land it. It's just a matter of time. Look, I've got John on the other line. Can you give me a minute? Okay, thanks. John, is the office imploding in on itself?
Yes. And that's what I should have said.
I think it would have been hilarious to do a distraction from that, but like changing that script, especially at this point, is not fucking happening. But at the same time, it'd be like, is the office exploding on itself? Yes. I don't fucking believe you. would it have changed the entire rest of the skit in its entirety, to be honest? Because
Right.
instead of like, we would not have been able to go back to the whole Samantha bit. It would have just had been scrapped. It would have been me going, no, fuck you, bye, click. And then that
Yeah.
that would have been the end of my scene.
Yeah. That could have been fun.
It's a woulda, coulda, shoulda. And for the record, we changed this scene in the script 3 or 4 times, actually, before I even filmed it. Like this is what we got because, and this is what we're dealing with because I'm not going back out there to film.
John, is the office imploding in on itself?
Let me make sure.
I'm falling backwards. I'm falling backwards. I'm
Oh.
falling backwards. Fuck.
Okay, so Levi, this is a known issue in Chrome that they're currently investigating.
That's good to
In the
know.
meantime, they recommend switching to Firefox or to or Edge. So we'll just use StreamYard on Edge for now.
Well, at least you will until I have an issue.
Well, because you're using Opera, so
Oh yeah, not actually. Like it's built on Chromium though, so. Oh well. But you guys want to see? Did you want to see that blooper?
sure.
So it's literally like right after I say this line.
John, is the office imploding in on itself? I'm falling backwards. I'm falling backwards. I'm falling backwards. Fuck. Ah.
I'm falling backwards. I'm falling backwards.
Right. Go ahead and hit stop.
Trying to get into the habit of keeping some of these bloopers. At least the ones that I think are funny. So this is a huge.
Hold on, John. I'm getting another call.
How long does that make?
Hey,
That's
Samantha,
27
how's it going?
seconds.
Did you get that promotion yet? Major Carter has such a je ne sais quoi to it, you know? Perhaps, yeah. I'm gonna get back into the correct Discord area.
Don't use the rename Internet Explorer, please.
Okay.
For right now, unfortunately, that's the only option I've got. Kevin McConaughey.
Is Nap fucking
That's not true. I have Firefox too.
my walk? Is Napa reproducing like triples? Oh god, that would be there in itself. Or something equally. Oh, no. Is Napa reproducing like triples? Oh my god, I just gave myself nightmare fuel. Or something else equally catastrophic.
Yeah, okay. So
Hey Samantha, how's it going? Did you get that promotion yet? On the other line, can you give me a minute? Okay, thanks. John, is the office imploding in on itself?
No, but bad things are happening.
I'll see what I can't do to fix and clean up some of my audio.
John, is the office imploding in on itself?
But I think it might be fine because the reason for the different audio, like if you watch if you watch enough TV in general, regular sitcoms and everything, when they do these scenes where somebody's on a beach or something like that, the audio is noticeably different. It is not picture perfect clear unless like they're on the phone and they're front and center. But when they're I'm not going to worry about it too much, mainly because if I try to isolate my voice to make it better, it's like a coin toss if it's going to make it better or not. We're gonna apply the filter here. This is another benefit of like learning about audio stuff. The problem is there's so much in editing. It's so involved in so many different aspects, and a lot of YouTubers have defaulted to outsourcing that because there isn't a choice, or their quality is just at a certain point. You know, it's like what can they do? What are the skills that they have in order, and then move from there. Now let's see what we've got with this.
John, is the office imploding in on itself?
That's not horrible.
Look, I've got John on the other line. Can you give me a minute? Okay, thanks. John, is the office imploding in on itself?
I'll play around with it later and like make sure.
No, but bad things.
Because no matter what, like it still sounds massively different.
John, is the office imploding in on itself?
No.
And now you're in an office, and I still have to put in my background noises, which is beach noises.
Yep.
And that is going to massively change how I sound.
It's imploding in on itself.
No, but bad things are happening. Bad thing.
Do I want to cut you off there?
No, but bad.
We do. Okay. What do you guys think? Do we want Levi? Because originally, I think you added to that line. My kid was like, "Nah, I did not bump it." And it was like, "Yes, you did."
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, but, and then it's cut. So like,
No, but.
And then Levi just cuts him off.
Perhaps, yeah. I'm gonna get back in.
And for everyone wondering, yes, I will do the green screen stuff later. I want to get these clips cut together.
Damn it. Okay.
Might as well clean up the audio that I'm listening to.
Is Nap fucking my walk. Is Napa reproducing like triplets? Oh, so, or something equally.
Go back here.
Is Napa reproducing? Is Napa reproducing like triplets? Is Napa reproducing like triplets? Oh my god, I just gave myself a nightmare fuel. Or something else equally catastrophic. going backwards. There we go. Oh, I wouldn't come back at all. We're good? If I was on vacation, like I am. Yes. Anyway, is the multiverse?
By the way, I got directed. That was too much sass.
Oh, I wouldn't come back at all. Oh, I wouldn't come back at all. No. Oh, I wouldn't come back. Oh. I wouldn't come back at all. Well, if I was on vacation, like I am. Well, if I was on, I wouldn't come back at all.
I like that last take right there. That last, I wouldn't come back at all. That's a good one. Okay. So now, let's see. It was what was it again? It was 300 and some percent. I apologize, everyone. I'm like zoned in. 84. 84. Negative 121. And then 470. And we're going to repeat that. Negative 1. 470. 394. Okay, so then
Bad things are happening.
and then cut.
Situation. What if I said he was?
I think we were supposed to have Napa. Is there not a Napa bit for that? You not include that? Yeah, I don't care about the multiple audio right now. So in the original script, it looks in horror, and the new script is, what if I told you he was, and then Napa just confused, looking with the hand up, like what?
Thanks, Stephen Lucky.
What?
Oh, that's wrong. He's trying to trigger Levi. Stephen, this is where you write, I am a leaf in the chat.
Hold on. Havana Kedavra, you. Oh, that's harsh. All right, you have a good one. Good night, Debbie. Goodness. Steve. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Oh, goodness. All right, we're back to here.
You would leave me with that situation?
I knew my word would stick.
And we need
Oh, Levi. Good luck.
And then you read the script again. You go back through it.
Oh,
Really good.
thank God.
Awesome. Thank you. And then
You have this number. Gravest of
What happened?
emerge.
I think it's that. I'm
What?
getting another. No, that's that. It's right there.
Have
What?
this number. Gravest of
What?
emergencies.
What did I do?
Of
What?
emergencies.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Of
What?
emergencies.
What did I do?
Okay. So we're losing a little bit here, I think.
No, but what if I said he was?
Or something else equally catastrophic.
Do we not have you looking at horror at Napa?
I don't think I did it.
You would leave me with that?
Do you want to redo that real quick?
What's the line?
So it's what I need is I need you to look over at Napa in horror, but then say this line.
What if I said he was?
What if I said he was? That way you still have that moment of like, oh my. And then you have that dawning moment of like, what if I said he was? That way we can still have Napa's line of what? What did I do?
Yeah.
And it gives more credence to Levi's still want to come in. There's a reason my other nickname is Loki. So again, the direction is you look over at Napa in horror, but then have the dawning realization of like, what if I said he was? And then we get to have Napa do his what? What did I do?
I got it.
Okay, I'll shut up.
What if I said he was? What if I said he was?
You can just send it to me on Discord.
Yep.
I don't mind.
So one is me smiling in realization, and one is me going, ooh, in realization.
I'll take a look about. Ooh, my head.
You okay? What happened?
Just kind of lightheadedness. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go grab a quick snack. Gonna be a warm applesauce today.
Bloop. All right, that's sent. So Levi can take a look at it once he gets back. Did you all see both of the John and his therapist? You don't have any idea of John laying back. And then Levi said, what, is Napa like reproducing that triples? And even though like I used that to try to get him back into the office, like that idea is still haunting me and I can't sleep. I just need something to make me sleep.
What did I miss?
You missed Steven saying there should be a skit of John at his therapist because he can't get the idea of Napa breathing like triples out of his head. And it's John reclining on the couch, being like, "Look, Doc, this all started when I was trying to get Levi back into the office, and he didn't want to come back in. And he's like, what's the problem? Is Napa reproducing like triples?" And I was horrified for a second. And then as much as I tried to use that as a vehicle to get him back into the office, like now I can't stop thinking about it, and I have not been sleeping well. I just need something to clear my mind and make me sleep.
Oh. Let's see here. Cut. All things Stitch, Stitch Gate. I'll wait for this to open. So let's take a look at what we got here.
Equally catastrophic.
Okay. I love that pause.
Catastrophic.
Realization. Looks over at Napa.
What if I said he was?
And then did you see both takes yet?
Not yet. I'm
Right.
gonna be watching.
What if I said he was?
Okay. So at some point we need to switch over to Napa during the middle of this.
Yeah.
So if we do this take,
What if I said he was?
it's not necessary. Like I look at this and I don't feel the need to switch in the middle of it to Napa.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just looking at Napa. Napa would be like, what? That's it.
What if I said he was?
Go watch the other go watch the other take.
Yeah, we do this.
Catastrophic.
We pause that. We put Napa in here.
What? What did I do? What if I said?
So what if we?
I think the second take is better, personally.
I do. And if we have it be just a little bit further at that moment, and long enough for Napa to have noticed it. So if we go here,
Equally catastrophic.
What? What did I do? What if I said he was?
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. We just need to iron out the time. Ooh, really need to eat. Got a message, kiddo. Since I also have to drain the dishwasher's not draining again. They didn't really fix it either. I'm gonna have to finagle here. I think right there's a good one. It was like that. And then, because we don't need that as long. So a few seconds of just you realizing, looking at Napa.
What? What did I do?
And then you going back.
What? What did I do?
I think that works out.
What if I
really
said
good.
he was?
So cut that, and then it's.
I wouldn't come back at all. okay. We gotta watch this whole part here. Mind you, this is without all the beach stuff or anything. We're not worried about that right now. So we put it here. On itself.
No, but
Is Napa reproducing like triples? Oh my god, I just gave myself nightmare fuel. Or something else equally catastrophic.
And then you
What?
look at him.
what did I do? What if I said he was?
I wouldn't come back at all.
Just how serious Levi went. Like, I'm not coming back. Even if this is, oh my god, that's nightmare fuel. And I just shared that nightmare fuel with John, and then Levi going, nope, no, you deal with it.
You would leave me with that situation?
I really love it. That is such a like both of us get horrified by the thought, and Levi's like, I have the opportunity not to come in if that happens.
Right?
Oh, that's really good. I like that. All right. Next scene is one of these.
We're good?
clips.
If I was on vacation, like I am, yes. Anyways, is the multiverse actively collapsing at this moment?
Get on a good direction.
And I have, that's go ahead and hit stop. And if I was on vacation,
So we're not using that one. So I can get rid of that.
and if I was on vacation, like I am, yes. Anyways, is the multiverse actively collapsing at this moment? That, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not. Already recording.
So then that goes right here. $394 negative 121 and then 470.
You would leave me with that situation?
And if I at all, I wouldn't come back at all.
You
For whatever reason, my at all, this one might need to be redubbed. So let's extract the audio, mute that track. I wouldn't come back at all. And then I'm going to re-record, echo, mute project. I wouldn't come back at all. I don't have much time to like fix that. Mute the rest of the project. Delete. I wouldn't come back at all. I think it's just that at all. I think I need it fixed. I wouldn't come back at all. Yeah. So I just need to fix that at all.
Okay.
At all. At all. Do. At all.
You would.
Yep. Oops. That one. I wouldn't come back at all. If we restore audio, get rid of the normalization, mute these two tracks. I wouldn't come back at all. Yeah, it's still fucked up. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. I wouldn't come back at all.
You.
Then we just normalize this. I wouldn't come back at all. Take off the normalization. Come back at all.
You.
It's just barely off.
Yeah.
Was.
I wouldn't come back at all.
You would leave.
I think that will be fine, though. Lots of new subscribers today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone who's subscribing, donating bits, that kind of stuff.
Thank you so much.
We got a couple more people who followed us on Twitch, which is awesome. Let that applesauce help me recover some strength. All right, kiddo's taking care of that. So we got about 20 more minutes or so, and then I'm just calling it and walking away from this for a while and cooking dinner and spending time with the family.
I got it, and I got the pizza that I ordered for the family coming in like the next 10 minutes or so. Anyways, so.
Ooh, I should order a pizza to go with the other stuff. That would be. I'm gonna find out from the kiddos if they want a pizza to go with stuff. I wouldn't come back at all.
You would leave me with that situation.
And if I was on vacation, and if I was on vacation, like I am, yes. Anyways, is the multiverse actively collapsing at this moment? That, yeah, it's not.
In fact, the pizza just got dropped off.
At this moment.
I just want to make sure.
Well, I'm almost done for the most part.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're besides doing a bunch of it's the stuff that takes the longest, which is the green screen and all that kind of stuff. I've almost got this all clipped together.
I just want to make sure that you remember that I handle situations like this way differently than you do. All right. If you're not going to come back to resolve things, this is going to get very, very destructive.
Already recording. And I have 5 more weeks of vacation. And I have 5 more weeks of vacation.
I kind of like that second one. Let's see what that looks like when it's blown up, though. 394, negative 121, 470.
All right, I'm gonna grab the pizza. I'll be right
I have
back.
5 more weeks of vacation.
Just bring it inside.
And then we get
Destruction it is.
beep. And we get this last scene with Sam, which can be 2 different ways. Because I recorded it 2 different ways.
Last one. Is it recording already? Okay. Hey!
Oh, he already hung up, so I don't need to hang up now.
Hey, Sam. Sorry you had to hear all that. Oh, John's on the case. You remember him. I will warn you, though, it might get a little bit explodey. But I'm sure you and SGE1 can handle it. Have a great day.
I think I like this, where you get to see Levi lean back a little bit better. Need to fix my audio on this. Reduce the noise.
Have a great day.
Like literally double sigh. There's a YouTube short which has One Punch Man in the DBZ universe. Yeah. Like we did that. Is there another one? Is there like another short that isn't ours that did it? I know there's a lot of animations that have it. Because people have been doing Goku versus for a while, but we legitimately put One Punch Man in the DBZ universe. Like a while ago. Like 1 to 2 years ago. Ew. So, I'm going to get Chris's opinion, but if I'm right, we're effectively done. Outside of me keeping bloopers, which I don't really need to keep right this second. Like I can go searching for bloopers. I think I like that scene better.
Is what is written on the box. That's not my last name. This is the wrong order. I ordered 2 of them. I'm supposed to have.
Can you give me a couple minutes?
And this is one piece
I'm
I
sure
got.
you will. Major Carter has such a nice ring. I'm falling backwards. I'm falling backwards. I'm falling backwards. Fuck!
I think this blooper is going to stay in, but
I'm falling backwards. I'm falling backwards.
I think that's the only blooper that really needs to be there. And then reverse. And back again. So that means if we were to take it off, cut that. It's just shy of 5 minutes. It's 4 minutes, 52 seconds. Which means we'll probably put an ending there. Show the blooper, and I'll put it at the 5-minute marker. There's no reason to put it at the 5-minute marker other than I just want to put it at the 5-minute marker. So we're going to wait for Chris to get here. Then we're going to watch this from start to finish. Without, me adding in the backgrounds and stuff, because that's going to take me a little while to cut everything out. It's just a bunch of tedious work. Once I have all the footage effectively done, then I have to fix and edit all the sounds. Then I have to edit in all the captions and then kind of go from there. So it's just a few more hours of work that I don't feel like it's going to be probably a good hour to 3 hours of me cutting things out, making sure they look great. And then it's going to probably be another 30 minutes to an hour on just like the SOCAR stuff. The rest of it's me checking the audio before I do my captions. And once my audio is good across the board, then I'll put in all my captions. And the captions are going to take the longest because of the characters. Now, the good thing is that it's effectively like 1:30 of character captions, which is a lot better than a bunch of the other stuff, because like the character captions are what take the longest because I have to put in the pictures and make sure they all line up properly. But when it's just me, Napa, and Chris, and we're not on the screen at the same time, I don't have to do too much there, except change the colors. And the way I do captions is vastly different than the way Chris does captions. But do you want to take a look at this? It's
Sure.
just shy of 5 minutes if you don't add in the blooper or a closing show. Take a look at it.
Look, SOCAR, I know we were supposed to review your plans for galactic dominance and the system lords, but I've got a situation.
Ha! I knew my word would stick.
Situation? Don't worry about it right now. Look, I just needed to inform you about absorbing the abandoned army Apophis left behind. Which ships? It doesn't matter. Apophis wasn't there. The insect is still lurking, and I need your help finding him. It does matter, SOCAR. I was on the line when he was attacked. Perfect. You can help track him down while I interrogate the blue creature we captured. Oh, no. I think you mean, oh, yes. Silence! Jafar! Creep! Hold him tighter. SOCAR, that's Stitch, okay? He's the champion of corn, pure embodiment of chaos. Right now, he knows key control, he has force powers, and Napa, please get Anubis on the line.
Okay, but what about the timeline? I thought we weren't supposed to interfere.
The timeline's already screwed to hell and back. I just need to.
The snake tasted funny.
Okay, fuck it. I'm calling Levi.
You calling Levi? Good luck.
I don't need luck. I have his emergency phone number.
Getting kind of empty. Ring, 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 ring.
Please just listen, okay? Stitch is in the Stargate universe. He took out Apophis's main ship, maybe even Apophis, and I'm fairly sure he just ate Sokar.
Oh my God, you're right. Shit's about to hit the fan. I'll be right there.
Oh, thank you. How long till you get here?
Oh, thank Kami.
About 5 weeks.
What?
Give or take me possibly taking an extra week
Why?
for you calling me on my emergency line that is supposed to be for only the gravest of emergencies.
Levi, but Stitch is like destroying the...
Good luck, old chum.
God damn it.
Ring, ring,
What happened?
ring, ring.
You're one of only 3 people who have this number. Gravest of emergencies.
Okay, but I just need you to...
Hold on, John. I'm getting another call. Hey, Samantha. How's it going? Did you get that promotion yet? Major Carter has such a je ne sais quoi to it, you know? Perfect ring. I know you're going to land it. It's just a matter of time. Look, I've got John on the other line. Can you give me a minute? Okay, thanks. John, is the office imploding in on itself?
No, but...
Is Napa reproducing like triples? Oh my God, I just gave myself nightmare fuel. Or something else equally catastrophic.
What? What did I do?
What if I said he was?
I wouldn't come back at all.
You would leave me with that situation?
If I was on vacation, like I am, yes. Anyways, is the multiverse actively collapsing at this moment?
I just want to make sure that you remember that I handle situations like this way differently than you do. All right. If you're not going to come back to resolve things, this is going to get very, very destructive.
And I have 5 more weeks of vacation.
Destruction it is.
Hey, Sam. Sorry you had to hear all that. Oh, John's on the case. You remember him. I will warn you, though, it might get a little bit exploding. But I'm sure you and SGE1 can handle it. Have a great day.
I have one suggestion. The amount of time it takes when you say, "What is Napa reproducing like tribbles?"
Yeah.
And then you go, "Oh my God, I gave myself nightmare fuel," and then or something equally catastrophic. It wouldn't take John that long to react. So can you actually have the have you say, "What is Napa reproducing like tribbles?" and then go, "Oh my God, I just gave myself nightmare fuel." But as you're saying that, shift to John's reaction, so we hear the rest of your line, and as John does this.
Possibly. Give me a second here.
Right.
Right here, right? Okay.
I just gave myself nightmare fuel.
So,
Like right in the middle, right in the middle of that statement.
so instead of that, so it'd be
Producing like triples. Oh my God.
Right there. Yeah.
Oh my.
so the right there, and then we
Like-
hear
Right after, "Oh my God," it was shift to John going,
Oh my God.
so we go here. We go here.
mm-hmm.
Let me do this here.
I just gave myself nightmare fuel.
We go there.
We can even take the "or something equally catastrophic" out of it completely.
Reproducing like triples. Oh my God. I just gave myself nightmare.
Oh, hold on, let me fix that. I don't know why. That's weird. That's gonna have to be manually adjusted. Lovely. my God, I just gave myself nightmare fuel.
What? What did I do? You need to take the wrong order back.
Or something else equally catastrophic. Ooh. I have to fix the sound a little bit, but take a watch at this.
Yep.
The office imploding in on itself.
No, but
Is Napa reproducing like triples? Oh my God, I just gave myself nightmare fuel.
What? What did I do?
Or something else equally catastrophic. I like that a lot.
That's perfect because it lets. What if I said he was? Yeah.
Because then you get to see my shutter, you get to see yours, you get to see Napa react, and it feels a lot better. Oh
Yeah.
I just gave myself nightmare fuel.
What? What did I do?
Or something else equally catastrophic. I like that a lot. That was really good. Yeah. So I can combine these two so I don't lose them. All right. So we're gonna wrap some stuff up. First of all, I'm gonna save that because that was a lot of work and I don't want to lose it. I find it funny that like every part seems to be getting longer and longer. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I still have a lot of work to finish on that, unfortunately. So I may go. I don't think I'll go live again for that. It's a lot of tedious stuff. But remember to take one breath, one step, one day at a time. I hope you guys have a wonderful and happy 4th as much as you possibly can, wherever you are. We wish you peace of mind, serenity, body, spirit, harmony among others. And until the winds blow your sails our way, have an Acme day. Remember,
Have an Acme day is a product of villain. Having an Acme day will eventually build your account. Have an Acme day.
have an Acme day simply means have the best day you possibly can have. Bye, everyone.